This is an article from the Washington Times titled U.S. Braces for Violence Against Conservatives, Pro-Life Groups with Supreme Court's Abortion Ruling. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and blessings to all you brethren pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. And as you can see, they just recently overturned that Roe versus Wade case, which, I kind of knew that they were going to do that because, we ultimately know what these elites are planning to do. All right. Here it is in the midst of all of this chaos that's going on, the financial situation, the food situation, and the inflation and soon to be hyperinflation, the up and coming World War III. It just shows you that this kingdom is totally finished and through. The minds of the people are ready to protest over some goddamn women not having the right to abort children, man, which is ultimately a sacrifice to Molech, and you can see where these people's minds is at, and it just show you that the elites totally have the minds of these people. All right. Instead of, these people anger being directed at who it should be towards, which are these elites, these globalists, Bill Gates, and the like, they constantly have these people, divided and conquered and ready to rip each other's throat out when they should be, searching out where all these elites are hiding under these, hiding in these underground bunkers, pulling the strings of all of this chaos and, order ab chaos. But it just shows you that, these people are just ultimately ready to be taken, man. And as we can see, man, hey, we're going to see where this thing is going to go. And Apostle Elder Tahar, definitely, through the spirit term, term this year, the year of the turn up, man, because things are definitely turning up. Things are getting very hot and heavy, and prophecy is popping off the page, man. And those of us who are in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, hey, we want to see more, because all these things need to happen, in order for our salvation to draw nigh, and as we know, hey, the elites are not gonna, they're gonna use this opportunity. They're not going to let this opportunity go to waste, crisis go to waste. And, and we'll see how it's going to play out. We'll see just how violent it's going to be, just how much these people are going to really turn up, which I don't think is going to turn up that much. But hey, Lord willing, I'm wrong. Hopefully Esau hired enough agent provocateurs. Hopefully he's going to bring enough of these agents of chaos, during these protests to really turn shit up, man. Because ultimately it's going to be a lot of women out there, a lot of, female energy, a lot of these, what they call it, Jane's revenge or whatever. But, hey, hopefully, Esau hires the right, agents for the job to get shit to pop off, man. And everything that this devil is doing is ultimately being used so that he can bring in this NWO, man. All right. He needs the chaos. He needs the confusion. He needs these people to go out here and to spill some blood and to go crazy and to go buck wild so that he can be justified in, stripping away more rights. And I just read an article before this one to where now they're talking about certain legislators, I guess that's what you call them, are talking about, now that they overturned the right for these women not to have abortions, that now they should come after contraceptives and same-sex marriage, man, which is totally going to turn this shit up even more, man. But as you can see, at the end of the day, they're totally creating this division inside of this country, man. All right. Not only, it's basically division on every level: financial, political, religious, financial. And then pretty soon it's going to be, on a whether you can not, against those who can eat, who cannot eat, man. The haves and the haves not. So as we can see, man, the Lord is definitely doing a number on Babylon the Great, man. Hey, and we should praise Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and just sit back and watch prophecy unfold. So let me read a little bit of this article. I got a couple of precepts, so I'm going to roll out of here. This is lawmakers are sounding alarms about more violence at Republican Party offices and pro-life organizations across the country if the Supreme Court overturns Roe versus Wade. Attacks on offices tied to the Republican National Committee, GOP lawmakers, and you see, and this just shows you that, they're going to blame this all on the Democrats. On the Republicans, so that the Democrats and Joe Biden and his cabinet could have a reason to, try to play the hero. They're going to pin it all on the Republicans and just cause more and more division between, the division within this place, man. They're going to sit back and say, you see, it was out of our hands. Republicans did it. Look what they're trying to do. They're trying to strip away your rights. And I saw a title of another article, even Barack Obama clock came out and said, "Oh, this is just more laws being passed to strip away your rights." So, they're putting it in the minds for you people to just go buck wild and to riot and be divided, so that they can come in and swoop in and bring in this new world order, man. All right. It says attacks on offices tied to the Republican National Committee, GOP lawmakers, and pro-life groups have begun in anticipation of the ruling, and including attacks this week where vandals spray painted slogans and smashed windows. We should be concerned, said Rep. Thomas Massey, Kentucky Republican. Democrats here need to come out and speak against the violence, and the Democrats are not. All right, they're going to continue to fuel this flame of division, and just like BLM, just like the whole Black Lives Matter movement, which a lot of these Democrats was telling the people to go out and riot, go out and burn the city down, fight for your rights, get loose, and burn this shithole down, man. And that's exactly what a lot of these idiots are going to do, Lord willing. If they ain't doing it right, I'm sure, Esau has his agent provocateurs to stir things up. It says the vandalism and violence began after a leaked opinion last month showed that the Supreme Court, see, that's the spirit. Look, it said, get ready, DHS is claiming, warning about violence because of this decision. It says opinion last month showed the Supreme Court was set to overturn the landmark 1973 case that legalized abortion nationwide. Here it is. These women want to riot and fight for the right to abort and kill children, but they ain't keeping that same energy for the goddamn high ass gas prices, for the inflation, for the gas shortages. For the all these meat packaging plants and food processing places that are getting burnt down and torched to the ground. They ain't got no energy for that, but they'll come out and protest over silly shit like this. All right, what you damn you damn women, you shouldn't have the right to abort your children, man. All right. And we say that because we defend the scriptures, the law of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and you were not given that permission to do that. All right. The Lord said to be fruitful and to multiply, man. All right. But at the end of the day, we're just showing you that the Lord is going to, all this stuff is happening because the Lord is about to bring complete righteous order back into this earth pretty soon, man. And put everything in check and put everything back in this right place, man. It says on Monday, an RNC district office in Cedar Rapids, Iowa was vandalized while a pro-life pregnancy center in Detroit was attacked by vandals linked to the far-left group James Revenge. Oh, there you go. You see? So you got to keep an eye out for James Revenge, And they're already, being allowed, which is it's all orchestrated, man. It's all being set up. Somebody is funding that James Revenge. I wouldn't be surprised if it's George Soros or somebody of the like, man. All right. And they're going to allow them to kick up as much dust as possible, man. They're going to allow them to take it to the streets, get violent, burn some shit down. Even maybe somebody might get shot or beat up or trampled or something, man. All right. Like I said, they're not going to let this crisis go to waste. They're going to use it, It said the group is also linked to vandalism that took place in local office for Representative Tim Walberg, Michigan Republican. So these Republicans, they're about to come after you guys, and this is just to take the heat off of the Democrats and take some of the heat off of Joe Biden and to start to direct the energy towards these Republicans because they see that this Democratic presidency is very shitty and is not doing a good job. What better way to get some of your ratings up and to get these damn zombies back on the Democratic and on Joe Biden's side than by coming against the Republicans and blaming them for this overturn, It says James Revenge, an extremist pro-choice organization, has claimed responsibility for firebombing. Now, how come they're not labeled, homeborn terrorists, man? How come they're not being labeled as a terrorist organization? But we'll see, we'll see how much dust they're gonna let this James Revenge kick up, today and coming up in this weekend. An extremist pro-choice organization has claimed responsibility for firebombing. Wait till I'm done, okay? A few more minutes. When I'm done. It says the group is linked to vandalism that took place in the local blah, blah. It says James Revenge, an extremist pro-choice organization, has claimed responsibility for firebombing several anti-abortion crisis pregnancy centers since the high court leak. And they bombing shit. And they ain't nobody been arrested. Nobody's been, charged for a hate crime or terrorist. Okay. And guess what? They're not, man. We'll see the Democrats probably, if shit get hectic, the Democrats are going to, They're not even going to bat an eyelash at it. They're going to say, we understand why they're so frustrated and they have the right to protest and blah, blah, blah. We'll see. It says the group has been advocating for a night of rage if the Supreme Court overturns Roe, calling for a night of rioting in Washington following the decision. In recent weeks, the radical left has unleashed an assassination attempt on Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, the firebombing of pregnancy clinics, and targeted vandalism of Republicans and pro-life groups. Joe Biden has yet to condemn any of this, because the Democrats are going to use this. They're going to push forward for it, man. And just further to bring more division into this country, man. So we already, and don't get it twisted, man. A lot of these Republicans, they're in on it too, right? They make it seem like they're two opposite sides of the coin, but they're all, they're all playing for the same team, man. All right, and a lot of them have already been, paid off. A lot of them are on the New World Order and the globalist agenda, man. It says Joe Biden has yet to condemn any of this, said Will O'Grady, RNC spokesman. The White House did not immediately respond to a request. What else? It says, we denounce violence in any form, whether it comes from whatever particular ideological perspective, Mrs. Jeffers said. I haven't seen any comments in terms of folks not ruling out violence, but we've been very clear violence is not a form of legitimate political discourse. Republicans said Democrats need to do more to dissuade left-wing organizations from engaging in political violence. Yeah, but they're gonna use them because it's for their interest, man. All right, so like I said, we're gonna see just how wild it's gonna get out here, Let me see. The fear of violence turning deadly escalated when Nicholas John Roos, a 26-year-old California man, was arrested with a gun and a knife outside home Justice Kevin Kavanaugh. And don't be surprised if you're going to see more of this, man. Shit, Lord willing, they might let it go as far as letting one of these Republicans get touched up by some of these Jane's revenge individuals, man. Hey, but we'll see. It says, following the arrest, President Biden signed a bill that would extend security protections to family members of justices. On Thursday, Republican Reps Mike Johnson of Louisiana and Jim Jordan of Ohio sent a letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland urging prosecutions of individuals who have harassed Supreme Court justices. All right. Like I said, the Democrats, they ain't going to say shit because they're going to use this to their advantage, man. To try to get back, get up higher in the polls, which is ultimately they're doing it because this is the plan of the elites, man. All right. And this just further shows us through the spirit that America is finished, man. This country is divided, and the only thing that's left is for this place to ultimately fall, man. All right. Get these two precepts and I'm out of here. We just wanted to do a video on this because, hey, it's up and coming. It's current news, and I'm sure other brothers are going to do videos on this as well. But hey, this is just further signs of the collapse and the falling of Babylon the Great. This is Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians. And that's ultimately civil war, man. And that's what's going to happen. That's what this stuff is escalating to. That's why it's all being orchestrated by these elites, man. Like I said, and it's not going to end there. Like I said, the other article, the guy said they're going to come after contraceptives and LGBT same-sex marriage, man. You see? So we can see it where they're setting the stage to go, man. And like I said, and that's happening on every front, man. Political, religious, financial. And pretty soon it's going to be the rich versus the poor. The have and the have-nots, man. And so on, man. It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And you're going to have a lot of these cities, these modern day Egyptians, divided on this situation, and all different type of states here in America, man. New York, L.A., D.C., and so on and so forth, man. Like I said, they're going to start attacking pro-lifers, and these other organizations that are for it, man. And, like I said, we'll see just how far it's going to get, man. It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards, you see. And this is all going to be used ultimately to bring in more, depending on how bad it gets, more and more draconian laws, man. Unrighteous decrees, you see. So we're not ignorant to Satan devices, man. We see where this shit is going, man. We see what he's trying to do, but ultimately it's all going to end up biting Esau in the ass at the end of the day, because he thinks he's totally in the driver's seat, and that he's, ushering in his own new world order and his digital godhead and kingdom, man. This is Mark 3:24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom shall not stand. Let's see what that says in the NLT real quick. This is the NLT. It says a kingdom divided by civil war will collapse. You see. And that's point blank period, man. And that's what we see happening. All right, because these elites are trying to collapse this society and bring in this new wave. It says, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Let's see what that says. It says, NLT, similarly, a family splintered by feuding will fall apart. And that's ultimately what we see happening, man. And we're right on the cusp of that happening here in Babylon the Great. It says, and if Satan shall rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end. All right. And that's ultimately where this whole country, America, is headed, man. To an utter end, a divided end. So, like I said, we'll keep our eye on this, see, how bad this is going to pop off this weekend, but we'll definitely keep our ear to the ground, see what's going to happen, and Lord willing, the Lord show more through the Spirit that we can go, more into this, through the Spirit, man. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, you were edified. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Until the next lesson, Shalom.